development. The towering skyscrapers that pierce the clouds, the intricate networks of communication that bind continents, the symphonies of innovation that echo through history. Were these born of mere chance? Did they simply materialize from the ether? No. Every single marvel, every profound leap forward, every triumphant overcoming of adversity, began as an unseen flicker, a nascent spark, within the human mind. It began as a thought. A burning, undeniable thought that refused to be extinguished. It was this thought, infused with an unwavering belief, that ignited the will to persist, to struggle, to fail, and ultimately, to conquer. This is not some abstract philosophical concept, this is the very bedrock of existence, the immutable law of cause and effect applied to the most potent force in the universe, your own consciousness. Consider the titan of industry, Andrew Carnegie. A man who began with nothing but the clothes on his back and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. Did he possess a silver spoon? Did he inherit an empire? Absolutely not. What he possessed was something far more valuable, a definiteness of purpose, an ironclad resolve, and an insatiable desire to understand the principles of success. He didn't just wish for wealth, he demanded it of himself, and then he set about, with meticulous precision, to acquire it. He understood that thoughts are things, that they carry an energy, a vibratory frequency that, when harnessed, can draw to you the very resources, the very opportunities, the very people you need to manifest your desires. This isn't magic, it's a systematic, demonstrable truth that has been proven time and again by every individual who has ever risen above the ordinary and etched their name into the annals of greatness. The world, in its infinite complexity, is merely a reflection of the dominant thoughts you hold. If your mind is a tempest of doubt, fear, and scarcity, then your external reality will mirror that chaos. You will find obstacles at every turn, opportunities will slip through your grasp like sand, and despair will become a constant companion. But if your mind is a fortress of conviction, a sanctuary of unwavering belief, a beacon of clear, focused intent, then the world, in its infinite power, will begin to bend to your will. It will conspire in your favor. Doors that were once locked will swing open. Paths that were once obscured will become illuminated. Resources that seemed unattainable will suddenly appear within your reach. This is not a fanciful notion, this is the fundamental truth of how the universe operates. It responds to the energy you radiate, to the convictions you hold deepest within your core. And this leads us to the very heart of the matter, belief. Not a casual, fleeting hope, but a profound, unshakable conviction that transcends all doubt. It is the absolute certainty that what you desire, what you envision, what you deeply, truly believe, is already yours in the realm of potential. Without this unyielding belief, even the most brilliant plans will wither, the most fervent desires will dissipate into the ether. Think of Thomas Edison, toiling tirelessly through thousands of failed experiments. What kept him going when others would have surrendered to despair? It was an unshakable belief in the possibility of electric light. He didn't see failure, he saw steps closer to success. Each burned out filament, each broken wire, was a lesson, a refinement, a confirmation that he was on the right path. His belief was not dependent on immediate results, it was an internal furnace that fueled his relentless pursuit. And because he believed, with every fiber of his being, that light could be harnessed, the world was forever transformed. Your belief system is the most powerful filter through which you perceive reality. If you believe you are limited, you will be. If you believe you are unworthy, you will manifest unworthiness. But if you dare to believe, truly believe, in your boundless capacity, in your inherent worth, in your ability to overcome any obstacle, then the shackles of self-imposed limitations will shatter. and the vast expanse of possibility will unfold before you. This is not about blind optimism, it's about a conscious, deliberate choice to cultivate a belief system that serves your highest aspirations. It's about dismantling the internal narratives of doubt and replacing them with affirmations of your own incredible power. It's about understanding that the only true limitations are those you accept in your mind. This brings us to the crucial concept of clarity. Many wander through life adrift, their sails flapping aimlessly in the winds of circumstance, simply because they have never taken the time to define, with absolute precision, what they truly desire. Vague aspirations yield vague results. A hazy vision produces a nebulous reality. The universe, in its infinite intelligence, responds to specificity. It needs a blueprint, a precise set of instructions, to deliver what you seek. Imagine an architect attempting to build a skyscraper without a detailed plan. The result would be chaos, confusion, and ultimately, collapse. Your life is no different. You must become the architect of your own destiny, and that requires an unyielding commitment to clarity. What do you truly want? Beyond the superficial desires, beyond the expectations of others, beyond the comfortable confines of what you believe is possible, what is the deepest yearning of your soul? What contribution do you wish to make? What impact do you wish to have? What kind of life do you truly envision for yourself? Do not shy away from the grandeur of your desires. Do not diminish your aspirations to fit into the small boxes society tries to construct around you. This is your life, your canvas, and you are the artist. Take the time, dedicate the solitude, to strip away the noise and the distractions, and confront the raw, unvarnished truth of your deepest desires. Write them down. Speak them aloud. Visualize them with such vivid intensity that they feel as real as the air you breathe. This act of defining, of crystallizing your desires, is the first and most critical step in their manifestation. Without clarity, you are a ship without a rudder, tossed about by every passing storm. With it, you become a force of nature, charting an undeniable course towards your desired destination. And from this bedrock of clarity springs vision. Not just a fleeting image, but a deeply felt, emotionally charged mental blueprint of your desired future. It is the ability to see, with unwavering certainty, the successful outcome, even when the present reality screams otherwise. Walt Disney, for instance, envisioned a magical kingdom long before the first shovel of earth was turned at Disneyland. He saw the joy on the faces of children, heard the laughter, felt the enchantment. He didn't just have an idea, he had a living, breathing vision that consumed his every waking thought. This vision was so powerful, so compelling, that it drew to him the resources, the talent, and the unwavering dedication needed to bring it to fruition. Even after his death, the spirit of his vision continued to guide the expansion and evolution of his dream. Your vision is the magnetic north of your existence. It provides direction, purpose, and an inexhaustible source of motivation. When setbacks inevitably occur, as they always will, it is your unwavering vision that will pull you through. When doubts begin to creep in, it is the clarity of your vision that will dispel the shadows. Cultivate this vision. Nurture it. Revisit it daily. Immerse yourself in it. Feel the emotions of its attainment. Imagine yourself living that life, experiencing those triumphs, embodying that ideal. The more vivid and emotionally charged your vision, the more powerfully it will resonate with the universe, and the more rapidly it will begin to manifest in your physical reality. Do not make the mistake of believing that vision is merely a pleasant fantasy. It is the very engine of creation, the silent force that propels dreams into tangibility. This deep clarity and unwavering vision then coalesce into an undeniable purpose. This is not merely a goal, it is the fundamental why behind your existence. It is the driving force that transcends personal gain and connects you to something larger than yourself. When your actions are rooted in a profound purpose, they acquire an unyielding power. Consider Abraham Lincoln, who, amidst the darkest hours of a nation divided, held an unwavering purpose, to preserve the Union and abolish slavery. This wasn't just a political agenda, it was a moral imperative, a conviction that resonated with the very soul of a nation. His purpose was so deeply ingrained, so utterly selfless, that it sustained him through unimaginable adversity, through crushing defeats, and through the venomous attacks of his detractors. His purpose was his anchor, his compass, and ultimately, his legacy. Finding your purpose is not a light switch moment, it is often a journey of introspection, of trials and errors, of listening to the whispers of your own intuition. But once you uncover it, once you connect with that deep, resonant reason for being, everything shifts. Your work ceases to be merely labor, it becomes a calling. Your challenges transform into opportunities for growth. Your life acquires a profound meaning that transcends the fleeting pleasures of the material world. When you operate from a place of purpose, your energy becomes boundless, your resilience unbreakable, and your impact immeasurable. The universe recognizes and rewards those who act with a definitive, purposeful intent. It aligns its forces to support those who are not merely seeking personal gratification, but who are striving to contribute something meaningful to the collective tapestry of existence. With purpose as your guide, you then enter the realm of discipline. This is often misunderstood as a rigid, joyless adherence to rules, but in truth, it is the purest form of self-love and self-mastery. Discipline is the bridge between your aspirations and their manifestation. It is the unwavering commitment to take consistent, focused action, even when motivation wanes, even when the path becomes arduous, even when the immediate gratification is absent. It is the daily habit, the relentless pursuit of improvement, the quiet, persistent effort that, over time, compounds into extraordinary results. Henry Ford, for all his genius, understood that consistent effort, disciplined execution, was paramount. He didn't build his automotive empire overnight. It was the result of countless hours of relentless work, iterative refinement, and an unwavering commitment to his vision, even when others scoffed at the idea of a car for the common man. Discipline is not about denying yourself pleasure, it's about choosing long-term fulfillment over short-term gratification. It's about building habits that serve your highest vision, rather than succumbing to the inertia of complacency. It's about showing up, day after day, week after week, month after month, and doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. Because it is in that consistent, disciplined effort that true transformation occurs. It is in the relentless refinement of your skills, the methodical pursuit of your goals, the unwavering commitment to your purpose, that you forge the character and competence required to bend the world to your will. This is where the rubber meets the road. All the grand visions, all the noble purposes, remain mere fantasies without the unflinching commitment to disciplined action. And from discipline flows action. Not just any action, but inspired, deliberate, and often uncomfortable action. Many hold within them magnificent dreams, profound ideas, and noble intentions, but they remain perpetually on the precipice of execution, paralyzed by fear, doubt, or the illusion of needing more information. The truth is, the universe rewards action. It responds to the energy of movement, of forward momentum. You cannot expect the world to bend to your will if you remain stagnant, merely wishing for change. You must step into the arena, embrace the discomfort of growth, and take the tangible steps, however small, towards your desired reality. The greatest achievements in human history were not born in contemplation alone, they were forged in the crucible of courageous action. Consider the first flight of the Wright brothers. Imagine the fear, the skepticism, the countless failures. Yet, they acted. They built, they tested, they refined, they crashed, and they rose again, driven by an unshakable belief and an unwavering commitment to action. Their actions, fueled by their vision, transformed the very fabric of human travel. Your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, they are merely shadows in the light of action. The moment you take that first step, the moment you commit to moving forward, those shadows begin to dissipate. Action generates clarity. Action builds momentum. Action creates opportunities that simply would not appear to those who remain passive. Do not wait for perfect conditions rarely arrive. Take imperfect action. Take messy action. Just take action. For it is through the relentless act of doing that you begin to sculpt your reality, to manifest your desires, and to demonstrate to the universe your unwavering commitment. As you embark on this journey of deliberate creation, it is crucial to cultivate a profound sense of gratitude. This is not merely a polite acknowledgement of blessings, but a powerful, energetic state that amplifies your ability to attract more of what you desire. When you approach life from a place of genuine gratitude, even for the smallest things, you shift your energetic frequency. You move from a state of lack and scarcity to one of abundance and appreciation. This positive resonance acts like a magnet, drawing more good into your experience. It opens your eyes to the countless opportunities that surround you, opportunities that might otherwise remain unseen when your focus is solely on what is missing. Think of the individuals who seem to effortlessly attract success, joy, and fulfillment. More often than not, they possess an innate sense of gratitude, a deep appreciation for the journey, for the lessons learned, for the challenges overcome, and for the blessings, both big and small. They don't wait for success to be grateful, they are grateful as they pursue success. This proactive gratitude is a powerful amplifier. It reinforces the belief that the universe is benevolent, that it is conspiring in your favor, and that more good is always on its way. Practice gratitude daily. Keep a gratitude journal. Express your appreciation to those around you. Feel the warmth of it in your heart. For it is in this state of profound appreciation that you open yourself to receiving even greater abundance and solidify your connection to the infinite source of all creation. In this dynamic and ever-shifting world, adaptability is not merely a virtue, it is an absolute necessity for sustained success. The rigid mind, the one that clings desperately to old ways of thinking and doing, will inevitably be swept away by the relentless currents of change. The truly successful individuals, the ones who not only survive but thrive in any environment, are those who possess an innate ability to pivot, to learn, to adjust their sails to catch the changing winds. They understand that unforeseen challenges will arise, that plans will need to be modified, and that new information will constantly emerge. They do not resist change, they embrace it as an opportunity for growth, innovation, and redirection. Consider the countless businesses that have fallen by the wayside because they failed to adapt to technological advancements or shifting consumer demands. And then consider those, like Apple, that have reinvented themselves multiple times, embracing new paradigms, and constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Their success lies not in their initial brilliance, but in their unwavering commitment to adaptability. Your ability to release old assumptions, to embrace new strategies, and to adjust your approach in the face of unexpected circumstances will be a defining factor in your journey. Do not be afraid to fail, to experiment, to course correct. The path to greatness is rarely a straight line. It is a winding journey filled with unexpected turns, and your capacity to navigate those turns with agility and an open mind will determine your ultimate arrival. Embrace the flow, learn from every experience, and continuously refine your approach. For the adaptable mind is the resilient mind, and the resilient mind is the one that will ultimately prevail. And this leads us directly to the bedrock of all enduring success, resilience. Life is not a linear ascent, it is a roller coaster of triumphs and setbacks, of moments of exhilarating progress and periods of profound challenge. There will be times when doubt creeps in, when obstacles seem insurmountable, when the weight of the world presses down upon your shoulders. It is in these moments, these crucible experiences, that your true character is forged. Resilience is not the absence of fear or pain, it is the unwavering commitment to persist in the face of them. It is the ability to fall, to learn, to rise again, and to continue moving forward with unyielding determination. Think of countless figures throughout history who faced unimaginable adversity. Nelson Mandela spent decades imprisoned, yet emerged not broken, but stronger, more determined to fight for justice. Viktor Frankl survived the horrors of concentration camps, finding meaning and purpose in the darkest of circumstances. Their stories are not merely tales of survival, they are profound testaments to the indomitable power of the human spirit, fueled by an unbreakable will to persist. You, too, possess this inherent capacity for resilience. It is not something you acquire, it is something you awaken. Embrace your challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to strengthen your resolve, to hone your skills, and to deepen your understanding of your own incredible power. Each setback is a lesson, each failure a stepping stone, each moment of adversity a chance to refine your inner fortitude. The world will test you. It will push you to your limits. But if you cultivate an unwavering spirit of resilience, you will not only endure, you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more capable than ever before. Beyond all the strategies and the mindset shifts, there is the continuous, indispensable journey of learning. The world is in a constant state of evolution, and those who cease to learn, to expand their knowledge, to refine their skills, will inevitably be left behind. The truly successful individuals are perpetual students of life. They possess an insatiable curiosity, a hunger for new information, and an unwavering commitment to personal and professional growth. They understand that knowledge is power, and that the more they learn, the more capable they become, the more opportunities they can seize, and the more profound their impact can be. Consider the great innovators, the visionaries who reshaped industries and challenged conventional wisdom. They were not born with all the answers, they sought them relentlessly. They read, they experimented, they collaborated, they questioned, and they consistently pushed the boundaries of their own understanding. Their success was not just a result of their innate brilliance, but of their unwavering dedication to continuous learning. Make learning a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. Read widely, listen attentively, seek out mentors, embrace new experiences, and never assume you know enough. The moment you stop learning is the moment you begin to stagnate. The world is an infinite library of knowledge, and every new piece of information you acquire, every new skill you master, adds another tool to your arsenal. Another advantage in your pursuit of greatness. Embrace the joy of discovery, the thrill of understanding, and the transformative power of continuous growth. For the mind that learns is the mind that leads, and the mind that grows is the mind that truly prospers. Now, let us bring these threads together, these timeless principles that have guided the greatest minds throughout history. They are not esoteric secrets reserved for a select few, they are universal laws, accessible to anyone who dares to understand them and, more importantly, to apply them. Your mind is the most powerful instrument you possess. It is the engine of your reality, the sculptor of your experience. What you hold in your conscious and subconscious mind, what you believe with unwavering conviction, what you consistently focus your energy upon, that is what will manifest in your life. This is not a theory, it is a demonstrable truth that has been proven by countless individuals across every conceivable field of endeavor. The world does not owe you anything, but it will respond to the energy you radiate, to the convictions you hold, and to the actions you take. If you approach life with a victim mentality, blaming external circumstances for your lack of progress, then you will perpetually remain a victim. But if you take absolute ownership of your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions, if you recognize the immense power that resides within you to shape your destiny, then you become the master of your fate, the captain of your soul. This is the ultimate freedom, the most profound empowerment, the realization that your internal world dictates your external reality. The journey will not always be easy. There will be moments of doubt, periods of struggle, and setbacks that test your resolve. But it is in these very moments that your true strength is revealed. It is in the unwavering commitment to your vision, the relentless pursuit of your purpose, and the disciplined execution of your plans that you forge the character and competence required to transcend limitations. Do not shy away from the discomfort of growth. Do not retreat in the face of adversity. Embrace the process, learn from every experience, and trust in the indomitable power of your own mind. You are not merely a product of your environment, you are a creator of your environment. You are not a pawn in the game of life, you are the grandmaster, capable of orchestrating your destiny with precision and power. The universe is waiting to respond to your command, to align its forces with your unwavering intent. But it demands clarity, conviction, and consistent action. It demands that you step into your power, that you claim your birthright as a co-creator of your reality. The choice is yours. Will you continue to drift aimlessly, allowing circumstance to dictate your path? Or will you awaken the dormant giant within, unleash the boundless potential of your mind, and begin to sculpt a life of extraordinary purpose, unparalleled achievement, and profound fulfillment? The time for hesitation is over. The moment for action is now. Rise up. Claim your power. Define your destiny. And watch, with unwavering conviction, as the world begins to bend to your will. The secret, the true master key, to unlocking this power is not just understanding these principles, but internalizing them so deeply that they become an inseparable part of your very being. It's not enough to intellectually grasp the concept of belief, you must feel it resonate in every cell. It's not enough to acknowledge the importance of clarity, you must live with such focused intention that every action is a direct reflection of your highest aim. This is where the casual observer deviates from the true architect of destiny. The observer reads, nods, perhaps even agrees, but the architect takes these truths and engraves them onto the very essence of their soul, transforming them from abstract ideas into living, breathing forces that compel action and attract results. Think for a moment about the insidious nature of fear. It is not a physical barrier, nor a tangible prison. It is a construct of the mind, a phantom designed to keep you tethered to mediocrity, to whisper lies of inadequacy and impossibility. Fear is the antithesis of belief, the dark shadow that seeks to obscure your vision and paralyze your will. How many dreams have withered before they ever had a chance to bloom, suffocated by the cold grip of fear? How many brilliant ideas have remained unspoken, how many innovative ventures unfunded, how many profound contributions unmade? All because an individual allowed the specter of fear to dictate their actions. This is not a weakness of character, it is a lack of understanding, a failure to recognize that fear is merely a suggestion, a choice, not an immutable reality. The antidote to fear is always decisive action, fueled by an unwavering belief. Edison feared the dark, but he acted to bring light. Carnegie feared poverty, but he acted to build an empire. Disney faced bankruptcy and ridicule, yet he acted to build a world of magic. They did not wait for fear to subside, they acted in spite of fear, recognizing it as a false prophet, a deceptive illusion. The moment you decide, with absolute certainty, what you want, and then commit to taking relentless action towards it, fear begins to recede. It loses its grip. It shrinks in the face of your determination. For fear cannot coexist with a definite purpose and a burning desire for achievement. It is simply a byproduct of an unfocused mind, a consequence of allowing external uncertainties to dictate internal states. Master your inner world, and the external world will bend. Conquer the fear within, and the external obstacles will crumble. This leads us to the critical concept of autosuggestion, a principle so profound in its simplicity, yet so utterly transformative when consistently applied. Your subconscious mind, that vast and powerful reservoir of all your experiences, beliefs, and memories, does not differentiate between what is real and what is vividly imagined. It simply accepts what you consistently feed it, what you impress upon it with emotion and repetition, and then it sets about bringing those thoughts into your reality. If you continually dwell on lack, on limitation, on sickness, on failure, then your subconscious will diligently work to manifest those very conditions in your life. It is an obedient servant, waiting for your commands, whether those commands are conscious or unconscious. But what if you consciously, deliberately, and with intense emotion, began to impress upon your subconscious mind the exact opposite? What if, every single day, you visualize your desires as already fulfilled, affirm your capabilities with unwavering conviction, and immerse yourself in the feeling of success, abundance, and vibrant health? This is the power of autosuggestion. This is why the morning ritual of visualization and affirmation is not some trivial exercise, but a foundational pillar of deliberate creation. You are programming your internal supercomputer, aligning your subconscious with your conscious desires, creating an unbreakable bridge between the unseen world of thought and the tangible world of manifestation. This isn't a one-time event, it's a daily practice, a constant communion with your inner power, a continuous reinforcement of the reality you are determined to create. The more vividly you impress your desires upon your subconscious, the more rapidly it will work to attract the people, circumstances, and opportunities needed to bring those desires to fruition. And speaking of attraction, we must delve deeper into the universal law of vibration and attraction. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, radiates a specific energetic frequency into the universe. Like attracts like. This is not mystical, it is fundamental physics applied to consciousness. When you vibrate at the frequency of scarcity and doubt, you attract more scarcity and doubt. When you vibrate at the frequency of abundance, gratitude, and unwavering belief, you become a magnet for prosperity and opportunity. Your internal state is not merely a reflection, it is the cause of your external experience. This means you have an immense responsibility, and an even greater power, to manage your emotional state. To consciously choose thoughts that align with your highest desires. To cultivate feelings of joy, appreciation, and expectation, even when current circumstances seem to contradict them. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges, it means approaching them from a place of empowered creation, rather than passive reaction. It means understanding that every thought, every word, every feeling is a broadcast to the universe, and the universe is constantly tuning in, ready to deliver precisely what you are sending out. If you want to change your external reality, you must first change your internal vibration. This requires vigilance, self-awareness, and a disciplined commitment to emotional mastery. For the master of their emotions is the true master of their destiny. The power of a master-mind alliance is another principle that cannot be overstated. No single individual possesses all the knowledge, all the skills, or all the perspectives necessary to achieve truly monumental goals. The greatest successes in history have almost always been the result of collaboration, of individuals coming together with a shared purpose, combining their unique talents, knowledge, and energy to create something far greater than any one of them could achieve alone. Carnegie, for all his brilliance, surrounded himself with a council of highly intelligent, ambitious men who complemented his strengths and offset his weaknesses. Ford built a vast industrial empire not just through his own ingenuity, but by assembling a team of engineers, innovators, and strategic thinkers. A mastermind group is more than just a collection of smart people, it is a synergistic force, where the collective intelligence and energy of the group multiply exponentially. When two or more minds align in perfect harmony, dedicated to a definite purpose, a new, more powerful mind emerges. Capable of breakthroughs and solutions that would be impossible for individuals working in isolation. Seek out individuals who share your ambition, who possess knowledge or skills that complement your own, and who are committed to mutual support and growth. Form alliances based on trust, respect, and a shared vision. The combined mental energy, the pooling of resources, the diverse perspectives, and the mutual encouragement within such a group will accelerate your progress and propel you towards achievements that once seemed unattainable. Do not underestimate the power of intelligent cooperation. Isolation is the enemy of greatness, collaboration is the path to exponential growth. The road to extraordinary achievement is paved not with guarantees, but with calculated risks. There comes a point where theoretical understanding must yield to practical application, where analysis paralysis must give way to bold, decisive action. And embedded within bold action is the necessity to embrace risk. Not reckless abandon, but calculated ventures born from vision, fueled by belief, and guided by purpose. Every great inventor, every groundbreaking entrepreneur, every courageous leader, stepped into the unknown, risking reputation, resources, and comfort for the possibility of something greater. Think of Steve Jobs and the audacious risks he took with Apple, defying conventional wisdom, betting against the status quo, and ultimately revolutionizing entire industries. His journey was not devoid of setbacks, failures, or moments of intense criticism. Yet, he consistently chose to push the boundaries, to take the calculated leap, because his vision was so compelling, and his belief in that vision so absolute, that the potential rewards far outweighed the perceived risks. The comfort zone, while seemingly safe, is where dreams go to die. True growth, true innovation, true success, reside just beyond the edge of what you currently perceive as possible. To truly bend the world to your will, you must be willing to step into that uncomfortable space, to embrace the uncertainty, and to trust in your capacity to navigate the unknown. The biggest risk in life is often taking no risks at all. And as you navigate these risks, you will inevitably encounter the chilling touch of temporary defeat. Understand this, defeat is not a destination, it is a temporary detour. It is not a sign of your inadequacy, but an invitation to learn, to adapt, to refine your approach. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who remain in mediocrity is not the absence of failure, but the response to it. The person destined for greatness views every setback as a valuable lesson, a necessary step in the evolutionary process of their journey. They extract the wisdom, adjust their sails, and then, with renewed determination, press forward. Consider the countless rejections J.K. Rowling faced before Harry Potter found a publisher. Imagine the despair, the self-doubt, the temptation to abandon her dream. Yet, she persisted. Or Michael Jordan, cut from his high school basketball team, who then went on to become arguably the greatest player of all time. He understood that failure was not fatal, but foundational. Your character is not built in the easy victories, but in the relentless battles against adversity. Your resilience is forged in the fires of temporary defeat. Do not allow a single setback, a series of challenges, or even a prolonged period of difficulty to extinguish the burning desire within you. See them as necessary tests, as opportunities to strengthen your resolve and to prove to yourself, and to the universe, that your purpose is unshakable. For the true champion is defined not by how many times they fall, but by how many times they rise. This journey of mastery, this relentless pursuit of your highest vision, requires an unyielding commitment to self-control. Your greatest enemy is not external circumstance, nor the criticisms of others. It is your own undisciplined mind, your own unruly emotions, your own tendency towards procrastination and self-sabotage. To bend the world to your will, you must first become the master of yourself. This means consciously choosing your thoughts, managing your emotional responses, and directing your energy with laser-like precision towards your defined objectives. It means resisting the urge for instant gratification, delaying pleasure for long-term fulfillment. It means overcoming the inertia of comfort and embracing the discomfort of growth. It means cultivating patience, understanding that monumental achievements are rarely built overnight. Think of the intense self-control required by elite athletes, who push their bodies and minds beyond perceived limits, sacrificing fleeting pleasures for the ultimate triumph. Or the profound self-discipline of world-renowned artists, who spend years honing their craft, enduring countless hours of solitary practice for the fleeting moments of transcendent creation. Your mind is a powerful engine, but it needs a skilled driver. Without self-control, it will wander aimlessly, driven by impulses and external stimuli. With self-control, it becomes a finely tuned instrument, perfectly aligned with your highest purpose, capable of manifesting anything you dare to conceive. Master yourself, and you master your destiny. In this modern age, where information bombards us from every angle, the ability to maintain concentration is more vital than ever. The scattered mind, perpetually distracted by notifications, endless streams of data, and the demands of a hyper-connected world, can never harness the focused power required for monumental achievement. Concentration is the art of directing your mental energy, like a laser beam, onto a single purpose, a single task, a single vision, excluding all else. It is the ability to silence the incessant chatter of the external world and the internal anxieties, and to immerse yourself completely in the work at hand. The greatest minds throughout history understood this implicitly. Newton, absorbed in the laws of physics, famously ignored food and sleep. Michelangelo, consumed by the Sistine Chapel, worked in isolation for years, oblivious to the world outside. Their achievements were not just a result of their genius, but of their profound capacity for sustained, unwavering concentration. In a world clamoring for your attention, the deliberate act of deep focus becomes a superpower. Schedule dedicated blocks of uninterrupted time for your most important work. Eliminate distractions ruthlessly. Train your mind to resist the urge to multitask. The more intensely you can concentrate your mental energy on your definite purpose, the more rapidly you will dissolve obstacles, unlock solutions, and attract the resources necessary for its realization. For focused energy is creative energy, and sustained focus is the pathway to mastery. And with sustained concentration, you begin to unlock the power of your imagination. This is not mere daydreaming, this is the workshop of the mind, the fertile ground where ideas are born, where solutions are crafted, and where the blueprint of your future is drawn. Your imagination is the only limit to what you can achieve. Everything that exists in the physical world first existed as a thought, an image, a concept in someone's imagination. The car, the airplane, the computer, the smartphone, all were once intangible visions, conjured from the depths of the human mind. Cultivate your imagination. Nurture it. Exercise it daily. Spend time visualizing your desired outcomes with vivid detail, engaging all your senses. See yourself living the life you envision, feeling the emotions of success, hearing the sounds of accomplishment. The more clearly and consistently you can hold these images in your mind, the more powerfully you activate the creative forces within you and around you. Do not allow the limitations of your current reality to restrict the boundless potential of your imagination. Dare to dream bigger, to envision possibilities that defy convention, to create solutions where none seem to exist. For it is through the powerful faculty of imagination that you transcend the ordinary and tap into the infinite intelligence of the universe, bringing forth into existence that which has never been before. It is the very engine of innovation, the catalyst for all breakthroughs. This creative imagination, when combined with your definiteness of purpose, leads to the undeniable power of initiative. Initiative is more than just taking action, it's about taking action without being told, without external prompting, without waiting for permission. It's the intrinsic drive to identify needs, perceive opportunities, and then move forward with bold, decisive steps. It's the characteristic of the leader, the innovator, the trailblazer. The world is full of people waiting for someone else to tell them what to do, to provide a clear roadmap, to guarantee success. But the individuals who truly bend the world to their will are those who forge their own paths, who seize the moment, and who act on their impulses of constructive creation. Think of Henry Ford, who, in his early days, didn't wait for a market to tell him to build an affordable car, he initiated the idea, and then he created the market. Or the countless unknown entrepreneurs who saw a gap, envisioned a solution, and then, with raw initiative, built businesses from the ground up, facing uncertainty and opposition. Initiative is the spark that ignites the engine of progress. It is the courageous leap into the unknown, driven by an inner conviction. Cultivate this habit of proactive action. When you see a problem, seek to solve it. When you identify an opportunity, seize it. When you have an idea, act on it. Don't wait for perfect conditions, make conditions perfect through your relentless initiative. For the universe rewards those who are bold enough to lead, to create, and to act without hesitation. And as you exercise initiative, you will invariably develop a profound sense of personal responsibility. This is not about blame or guilt, but about acknowledging your complete agency in your own life. It's the understanding that you are not a victim of circumstance, but the architect of your own experience. Every choice you make, every thought you entertain, every action you take, contributes to the unfolding of your destiny. To truly bend the world to your will, you must shed any lingering tendency to point fingers, to externalize your challenges, or to wait for someone else to rescue you. The great leaders, the true masters of their domain, embraced absolute personal responsibility. They understood that whether things went right or wrong, the ultimate accountability rested with them. This isn't a burden, it's an immense source of power. When you embrace personal responsibility, you reclaim your power. You stop being a passenger in your own life and become the driver. You stop reacting to events and start proactively shaping them. This mindset shifts you from a state of passive hope to one of active creation. It empowers you to learn from your mistakes, to adapt your strategies, and to relentlessly pursue your vision, knowing that the ultimate power to change your circumstances lies entirely within you. For the individual who accepts full responsibility for their life is the one who truly owns their future. To sustain this profound journey of achievement, it's essential to cultivate an enduring enthusiasm. This is not a superficial cheerfulness, but a deep, burning passion for your purpose, an infectious energy that fuels your efforts and inspires those around you. Enthusiasm is the vibratory frequency of success. When you are genuinely enthusiastic about your work, about your vision, about your contribution, that energy radiates outward, attracting opportunities, resources, and like-minded individuals to your cause. It makes the difficult tasks feel lighter, the long hours more engaging, and the setbacks less discouraging. Think of the individuals who seem to effortlessly draw people to them, who inspire loyalty and dedication. More often than not, they are brimming with genuine enthusiasm for what they do. This is not something you can fake, it must come from a place of authentic connection to your purpose. Reconnect with the why behind your aspirations. Remind yourself of the impact you wish to make, the difference you want to create, the joy you seek to experience. Nurture that inner spark until it becomes a roaring fire. For enthusiasm is the fuel that keeps the engine of your ambition running, the light that illuminates your path, and the magnetic force that draws success into your orbit. It transforms mere effort into joyful creation. This brings us to the profound importance of accurate thinking. In a world saturated with misinformation, noise, and opinions masquerading as facts, the ability to think critically, to discern truth from falsehood, and to reason logically is an invaluable asset. Accurate thinking is the foundation upon which sound decisions are made, and without sound decisions, even the most noble intentions can lead to missteps and failures. It involves gathering all relevant facts, analyzing them objectively, separating emotion from logic, and then drawing conclusions based on evidence, not assumption or bias. Consider the meticulous research and rigorous experimentation that underpins every scientific breakthrough, every engineering marvel, every successful business strategy. These were not born of wishful thinking but of accurate, systematic thought. Cultivate the habit of questioning, of seeking deeper understanding, of challenging your own assumptions. Do not simply accept information at face value, investigate, analyze, and verify. Develop the capacity to think independently, to form your own well-reasoned conclusions, even when they diverge from popular opinion. For the individual who trains their mind to think accurately is the one who makes wise choices, avoids costly errors, and ultimately navigates the complexities of the world with unparalleled effectiveness. Your ability to think accurately is your ultimate strategic advantage. And in this journey, remember the power of personal initiative, a trait that separates the truly successful from the perpetually waiting. It's not enough to merely possess knowledge, you must apply it. It's not enough to have a brilliant idea, you must act upon it. Initiative is the courageous step taken without being prompted, the proactive move made even when the path is not entirely clear. It's the willingness to be a self-starter, to identify problems and propose solutions, to seize opportunities before they vanish. Think of the unknown pioneers who ventured into uncharted territories, driven by an inner compulsion to discover, to build, to create. They didn't wait for an invitation, they initiated the expedition. The world rewards those who show initiative, who are willing to go the extra mile, who see a need and step up to meet it. Develop the habit of proactive engagement. Don't procrastinate on your dreams. Don't wait for permission or validation. When an idea sparks, take the first step. When a challenge arises, propose a solution. When an opportunity presents itself, seize it with both hands. Your initiative signals to the universe that you are ready, that you are committed, and that you are deserving of the rewards that come from bold, purposeful action. It is the undeniable evidence of your conviction. The often overlooked secret weapon in the arsenal of success is persistence. This is not just stubbornness, it's the intelligent application of unwavering effort over time, in the face of all obstacles, until the desired outcome is achieved. Persistence is the acid test of desire. Many people wish for success, many dream of greatness, but few possess the unshakable will to persist through the inevitable setbacks, the crushing disappointments, and the long periods of seemingly unrewarded effort. Those who ultimately bend the world to their will are those who simply refuse to give up. Consider Winston Churchill, who, during the darkest days of World War II, rallied a nation with his defiant cry of "Never give in." Never, 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 never. His persistence, his refusal to capitulate in the face of overwhelming odds inspired millions and ultimately led to victory. Your capacity for persistence is a direct measure of your burning desire. If your desire is strong enough, deeply rooted in a clear purpose and an unwavering belief, then persistence will become an automatic response to adversity. Do not view setbacks as reasons to quit, but as opportunities to strengthen your resolve, to refine your strategy, and to prove to yourself the depth of your commitment. For it is through the relentless act of persisting, day after day, week after week, that the impossible slowly, inevitably, becomes the inevitable. Persistence is the silent, unyielding force that grinds away resistance until the path to victory is clear. And as you persist, you will begin to understand the true value of a definite major purpose. This isn't just a goal, it's the singular, overarching aim that governs every thought, every decision, and every action. It's the North Star that guides your entire existence, providing unwavering direction and meaning. Without a definite major purpose, your efforts become fragmented, your energy dissipated, and your progress minimal. You become a boat without a rudder, tossed by every passing wave. But with a clear, burning definite major purpose, every step you take, every challenge you overcome, every piece of knowledge you acquire, brings you closer to its fulfillment. Think of the individuals who have left an indelible mark on history, the scientists, the artists, the philosophers, the entrepreneurs. They were not merely dabblers, they were consumed by a singular, powerful purpose. Marie Curie's purpose was to unravel the mysteries of radioactivity, leading to groundbreaking discoveries. Leonardo da Vinci's purpose was to understand and represent the human experience in its myriad forms. Their definite major purposes provided the focus, the drive, and the endurance necessary to achieve extraordinary feats. Take the time, dedicate the energy, to define your own definite major purpose. What is the one thing, above all else, that you are determined to achieve, to contribute, to become? Once you have identified it, engrave it into your mind, speak it aloud daily, and let it become the driving force behind every aspect of your life. For when you align your entire being with a definite major purpose, the universe conspires to make it a reality. In this complex tapestry of success, we must also recognize the powerful, often subtle, influence of the subconscious mind. It is the silent partner in your journey, tirelessly working behind the scenes, receiving every thought, every emotion, every suggestion you send its way. The subconscious mind does not discriminate, it accepts whatever is impressed upon it, whether positive or negative, and then diligently works to bring that into your reality. This is why mere positive thinking, without deep emotional conviction and repetition, often falls short. You must impress your desires upon your subconscious with feeling, with belief, and with persistence. Imagine your subconscious mind as a vast, fertile garden. Every thought, every belief, every deeply held desire is a seed planted within it. If you plant seeds of fear, doubt, and lack, then those are the weeds that will inevitably grow and choke out any potential for abundance. But if you consistently plant seeds of purpose, belief, gratitude, and unwavering resolve, then your garden will flourish, yielding a bountiful harvest of success and fulfillment. This is why the daily ritual of visualization, affirmation, and immersing yourself in the feeling of your desired outcome is so crucial. You are not just thinking about success, you are programming your subconscious mind for success. You are bypassing the conscious filters of doubt and skepticism and implanting the unwavering conviction that your goals are already achieved in the realm of potential. The more deeply ingrained these positive impressions become, the more powerfully your subconscious will work to attract the people, circumstances, and opportunities needed to manifest them in your physical world. The path to manifesting your deepest desires also involves mastering the subtle yet profound art of suggestion, both from yourself and in choosing the influences around you. Your mind is constantly absorbing information, opinions, and energies from your environment. Every word you hear, every image you see, every conversation you participate in, leaves an imprint on your subconscious. Therefore, you have a profound responsibility to carefully curate your environment. Remove yourself from negative influences, from individuals who constantly dwell on limitations, from media that promotes fear and scarcity. Instead, actively seek out empowering influences, read inspiring books, listen to uplifting audio, surround yourself with individuals who uplift, challenge, and believe in your potential. But even more powerful than external suggestion is self-suggestion. This is the deliberate and conscious act of feeding your mind with positive, empowering thoughts, beliefs, and affirmations. It's not about reciting empty phrases. It's about speaking your desires aloud with deep conviction, visualizing them with vivid detail, and feeling the emotions of their attainment as if they were already real. This consistent, emotionally charged self-suggestion bypasses the critical faculty of the conscious mind and impresses your desires directly onto the fertile soil of your subconscious. When you consistently tell yourself that you are capable, that you are deserving, that your purpose is manifesting, your subconscious begins to accept these as undeniable truths and sets about making them your reality. This is why the morning and evening rituals of deliberate self-suggestion are non-negotiable for anyone serious about bending the world to their will. You are literally programming your own destiny, one thought, one feeling, one powerful affirmation at a time. Remember the story of Abraham Lincoln, not just for his purpose, but for his profound ability to utilize adverse circumstances as stepping stones. His life was a relentless series of personal tragedies, political defeats, and seemingly insurmountable challenges. He failed in business, lost multiple elections, endured profound personal loss. Yet, with each crushing blow, he did not surrender. Instead, he extracted the lesson, refined his character, and pressed forward with an even deeper resolve. He understood that every adversity, every temporary defeat, carries within it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. This is a profound truth often overlooked by those who shrink from challenge. The universe does not present you with obstacles to punish you, but to test your resolve, to hone your skills, to reveal your true strength. When you face adversity, do not ask why me. Instead, ask what is this trying to teach me? How can I use this to become stronger, wiser, more capable? Embrace your challenges as opportunities for growth. See every setback as a necessary part of the journey, a chance to refine your strategy and deepen your understanding. The truly great individuals are not those who avoid problems, but those who confront them head-on, extract the wisdom, and emerge from the crucible of adversity with an unbreakable spirit and an even greater capacity for achievement. Your response to adversity is the ultimate measure of your potential. And as you navigate these challenges, you will often find that the solutions, the breakthroughs, the unexpected opportunities, arise from a cultivated state of inspiration. This is not some random bolt of lightning from the heavens, it is often the direct result of intense focus, unwavering desire, and a mind prepared to receive. When you are deeply immersed in your purpose, when your imagination is actively engaged, and when your subconscious mind is saturated with your definite aim, you become a conduit for higher intelligence. Ideas will seemingly come to you out of nowhere, insights will strike you with sudden clarity, and solutions to complex problems will present themselves with effortless grace. Think of the artists who describe their masterpieces as flowing through them, or the scientists who recount moments of profound insight after long periods of diligent work. This is the power of inspiration at play, a collaboration between your conscious effort and the infinite intelligence of the universe. To cultivate inspiration, you must create the conditions for its arrival. Dedicate time for quiet contemplation, for meditation, for journaling. Immerse yourself in your work with passion and focus. Trust your intuition, those inner nudges and flashes of insight. The more you open yourself to receiving, the more frequently inspiration will visit, guiding you towards innovative solutions and accelerating your progress. Inspiration is the divine spark that transforms effort into effortless flow, and vision into tangible reality. A truly successful individual also understands the profound power of specialized knowledge. General knowledge, while valuable, rarely leads to extraordinary results. It is the deep, focused expertise in a particular field, the relentless pursuit of mastery in a chosen domain, that sets apart the exceptional from the average. In today's hyper-competitive world, simply knowing a little about a lot is no longer enough. You must become a master in your chosen field, an authority, a go-to expert. Consider the meticulous, specialized knowledge that Thomas Edison acquired about electricity and invention, or Henry Ford's deep understanding of manufacturing processes and assembly lines. Their success wasn't due to broad generalities, it was the result of their profound, specialized expertise. Identify the specific knowledge and skills required to achieve your definite major purpose. Then, dedicate yourself relentlessly to acquiring that knowledge. Read every book, take every course, seek out every mentor, practice every skill, until you become an undisputed master in your chosen area. The more specialized and profound your knowledge, the more valuable you become, the more effectively you can solve complex problems. And the more rapidly you will attract the resources and opportunities that align with your expertise. Invest in yourself, in your knowledge, and in your skills, for they are your most valuable assets. This quest for specialized knowledge naturally leads to the crucial element of observation and learning from experience. The world is your greatest teacher, and every interaction, every challenge, every success, and especially every failure, holds invaluable lessons if you are willing to observe and learn. Many people go through life passively, repeating the same mistakes, failing to extract the wisdom from their experiences. But the truly successful individual is a perpetual student of life, constantly observing, reflecting, and refining their approach based on what they learn. Think of an entrepreneur who launches a product that fails. The average person might retreat in defeat. The successful entrepreneur, however, meticulously analyzes why it failed. They gather feedback, study the market, identify the missteps, and then use that invaluable data to launch an even better product next time. This is the essence of learning from experience. It's about being present, paying attention, and consciously extracting the insights that propel you forward. Keep a journal of your observations, reflect on your daily experiences, and deliberately seek feedback. Do not allow a single experience, positive or negative, to pass by without extracting its inherent lesson. For the individual who continually learns from every aspect of their journey is the one who perpetually grows, adapts, and ultimately masters the art of bending the world to their will. And to truly amplify the power of your learning and observation, you must cultivate the practice of organized planning. A brilliant idea without a plan is merely a dream. A definite purpose without a systematic approach to achieve it remains an aspiration, never a reality. Organized planning is the bridge between intention and manifestation. It involves breaking down your definite major purpose into smaller, manageable goals, identifying the specific actions required for each goal, setting deadlines, and assigning responsibilities. It's about creating a clear, actionable roadmap that guides your daily efforts and keeps you on track. Consider the complexity of building a skyscraper, launching a satellite, or orchestrating a global enterprise. None of these monumental achievements are born of chaos, they are the result of meticulous, organized planning. Without a detailed plan, your efforts will be haphazard, your resources wasted, and your progress stifled. Take the time to sit down, strategize, and outline the exact steps you need to take. Be specific. Be realistic, but also audacious. And then, review and revise your plan regularly, adapting it as you learn and as circumstances change. A plan is not a rigid dogma, it is a living document, a dynamic guide. The act of planning itself clarifies your thinking, identifies potential obstacles, and builds a sense of control and confidence. For the individual who plans meticulously is the one who executes effectively, and the one who executes effectively is the one who ultimately achieves their definite major purpose. This commitment to organized planning must be coupled with an unwavering decisiveness. Indecision is the silent killer of dreams. The individual who constantly procrastinates on decisions, who second guesses every choice, who waits for perfect clarity or external validation, will find themselves trapped in a perpetual state of inertia. The world rewards decisiveness. It responds to the energy of clear, firm choices. Even an imperfect decision, followed by immediate action and the willingness to course correct, is infinitely more powerful than prolonged indecision. Think of the great generals who had to make split-second decisions on the battlefield, knowing that lives depended on their choices. Or the visionary entrepreneurs who made bold bets on untested ideas, acting with conviction when others hesitated. Their success was not just in the rightness of every decision, but in the speed and certainty with which they made them. Cultivate the habit of making timely decisions. Gather the necessary information, analyze it thoroughly, and then, trust your intuition and make a choice. Once the decision is made, commit to it fully, and then move forward with relentless action. If you discover it was the wrong decision, learn from it quickly, adjust, and make another. The muscle of decisiveness strengthens with practice. The more you exercise it, the more confident and effective you become. For the individual who master their own decisions is the one who master their own destiny. And with decisiveness comes the absolute necessity of mental attitude. This is more than just positive thinking, it's the default setting of your mind, the lens through which you perceive reality, and the foundation of your energetic vibration. Your mental attitude is the single most powerful factor in determining whether you will attract success or failure, abundance or scarcity, joy or despair. A negative mental attitude acts like a repellent, pushing away opportunities, sabotaging relationships, and undermining your efforts. A positive mental attitude, fueled by belief and purpose, acts like a magnet, drawing to you the very conditions and resources you need to succeed. Consider the stark difference between two individuals facing the same challenge. One approaches it with dread, believing it to be an insurmountable obstacle, and their negative attitude ensures its difficulty. The other approaches it with an optimistic outlook, seeing it as an opportunity for growth, a puzzle to be solved, and their positive attitude empowers them to find solutions. This is not about naivete, it's about a conscious, deliberate choice to cultivate a mental state that serves your highest aspirations. Guard your mind vigilantly. Feed it with uplifting thoughts, inspiring ideas, and empowering affirmations. Eliminate the mental clutter of doubt, fear, and negativity. For your mental attitude is not just a reflection of your state, it is the fundamental cause of your state, and the primary determinant of your ultimate destiny. The universe always responds to the dominant mental attitude you hold. As you build this powerful internal framework, you will discover the profound importance of rendering a useful service. True and lasting success is rarely achieved in isolation, or solely for selfish gain. The universe operates on the principle of contribution. The more value you provide to others, the more problems you solve, the more needs you meet, the more you contribute to the well-being of the collective, the more abundantly the universe will reward you. This is the cornerstone of all sustainable prosperity. Think of the greatest entrepreneurs and innovators throughout history. Their vast fortunes were not accumulated by taking from others, but by providing immense value. Ford provided affordable transportation, Edison provided light, Disney provided entertainment and inspiration. They became wealthy because they first focused on serving a large number of people effectively. Shift your focus from what can I get, to what can I give. Identify a problem in the world, a need in your community, a gap in the market. And then dedicate your efforts to providing an exceptional solution or service. The more genuine your desire to serve, the more committed you are to delivering excellence. The more powerfully you will attract the resources and opportunities necessary to expand your reach and amplify your impact. Your success is a direct reflection of the value you provide to the world. This dedication to useful service leads inevitably to the cultivation of an attractive personality. This is not about superficial charm or outward appearance. It's about the genuine magnetism that stems from a positive mental attitude, an unwavering enthusiasm, a clear purpose, and a sincere desire to contribute. An attractive personality is built on integrity, empathy, reliability, and a generous spirit. People are drawn to those who exude confidence, conviction, and a genuine interest in others. They want to collaborate with those who inspire trust and radiate positive energy. Consider the enduring appeal of leaders like Mahatma Gandhi or Martin Luther King Jr. Their magnetism was not derived from wealth or power, but from the purity of their purpose. Their unwavering conviction, and their profound commitment to serving humanity. Cultivate the qualities that make you a pleasure to be around, a trustworthy ally, and an inspiring presence. Develop your communication skills, both in speaking and listening. Practice empathy and understanding. Be reliable and consistent in your actions. When you consistently demonstrate these qualities, you become a magnet for positive relationships, for valuable opportunities, and for the support networks that are essential for monumental achievement. Your outer world will mirror the inner qualities you cultivate. And through all these principles, remember the overarching force of definite purpose, now magnified and reiterated. It is the unwavering, singular aim that provides ultimate direction. Without it, you are adrift. With it, you are a force of nature. This definite purpose must be so deeply ingrained, so utterly consuming, that it becomes the very fiber of your being. It is not a casual wish, it is a burning obsession, a fixed star in your personal universe. Consider the lives of those who have truly left a mark on the world. Their lives were not a collection of random efforts, but a focused, relentless pursuit of a singular aim. Think of the astronauts whose definite purpose was to reach the moon, overcoming countless scientific and engineering hurdles. Or the artists who dedicated their entire lives to perfecting their craft, driven by an unyielding desire to express their unique vision. Your definite purpose is your shield against distraction, your fuel against fatigue, your compass through chaos. Revisit it daily. Affirm it constantly. Let it saturate every thought, every feeling, every action. For when your entire being is aligned with a clear, definite purpose, the universe has no choice but to bend to your will, to conspire in your favor, and to bring forth into your reality the very conditions necessary for its complete and magnificent fulfillment. This definite major purpose is the master key that unlocks all other principles. To truly master the application of these principles, you must also understand and harness the power of applied faith. This isn't blind belief in something without evidence. It's the intelligent and active conviction in the attainment of your desires, coupled with persistent action, even when the tangible evidence is not yet present. It is the unwavering inner knowing that what you seek is already yours in the realm of potential, and that your consistent, directed efforts will bring it into physical manifestation. Think of the entrepreneur who launches a startup with no guarantee of success, pouring their life savings and relentless hours into an idea, driven by an unshakable faith in its potential. Or the athlete who trains relentlessly for years, enduring pain and sacrifice, holding a fierce faith in their eventual victory. Their faith is not passive, it is an active, compelling force that fuels their actions, dispels doubt, and attracts the necessary resources. Cultivate applied faith by vividly imagining your desired outcome, feeling the emotions of its attainment, and affirming your belief with conviction. More importantly, act as if your desires are already manifesting. Take the inspired actions, knowing that every step brings you closer. For it is this active, unwavering faith that bridges the gap between the unseen world of thought and the tangible world of reality, making the impossible possible. The journey of deliberate creation also demands an understanding of enthusiasm as a contagious force. We touched on it earlier, but it deserves a deeper dive. Your energy, your passion, your conviction, these are not contained within you. They radiate outwards, influencing everyone and everything in your vicinity. When you are truly enthusiastic about your definite purpose, that energy becomes infectious. It inspires others, attracts collaborators, and garners support that you might never have actively sought. Consider the founders of great movements, the leaders who sparked revolutions, the visionaries who rallied masses behind seemingly impossible dreams. Their success was not just in the logic of their arguments, but in the fiery enthusiasm that ignited the hearts and minds of those they touched. Cultivate this magnetic quality. Let your passion for your purpose shine through in every interaction, in every word, in every action. Speak about your vision with genuine excitement. Approach your work with a zest for creation. When you operate from a place of deep, authentic enthusiasm, you become an unstoppable force, drawing people and opportunities to you like a powerful magnet. For enthusiasm is the universal language of possibility, and the world is always eager to listen to those who speak it fluently. And finally, to truly cement your mastery over these principles, you must cultivate the practice of giving more than you receive. This is the ultimate law of reciprocity, the profound truth that the more value you contribute, the more abundantly the universe returns to you. This isn't about keeping score, it's about a mindset of generosity, a commitment to constantly seeking ways to provide exceptional value, to go the extra mile, to exceed expectations. When you consistently give more in effort, in service, in quality, in kindness, you activate a universal principle that ensures your ultimate reward. Think of the businesses that thrive not just by offering a good product, but by consistently delighting their customers, by providing service that goes above and beyond. Or the individuals who become invaluable in their organizations because they consistently contribute more than is asked of them. This principle applies to all areas of life. Give more of your time, your energy, your knowledge, your passion, to your relationships, your work, your community. Do not wait to be asked, proactively seek opportunities to contribute. For it is in the act of selfless giving that you open the floodgates of receiving. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, always rewards those who operate from a spirit of abundance and contribution. Your willingness to give more is a direct reflection of your belief in your own unlimited potential, and it is the surest path to attracting all that you desire. The tapestry of your life, the grand design of your future, is not woven by chance, but by the threads of your deliberate thought, your unwavering belief, your precise clarity, and your persistent action. Every single principle we have explored is a vital thread in this masterpiece. Neglect one, and the fabric weakens. Master them all, and your creation will stand as a testament to the boundless power of the human spirit. You now possess the blueprints, the ancient wisdom, distilled and modernized for your era. The knowledge is no longer esoteric, it is laid bare before you. The question is no longer how, but will you? Will you choose to transcend the ordinary, to break free from the invisible chains of self-doubt and societal conditioning? Will you commit, with every fiber of your being, to becoming the architect of your own destiny, the master of your own mind, the captain of your own soul? The world is waiting. It is not waiting to give you handouts, it is waiting to respond to your commands, to align with your vibration, to manifest your unwavering intent. It will bend for those who understand its laws and apply them with conviction. It will yield to those who are clear in their purpose, unshakable in their belief, relentless in their action, and unwavering in their persistence. This is not a theoretical exercise. This is a call to action. A call to awaken the dormant giant within. A call to claim your birthright as a co-creator of your reality. The choice is always yours. Choose wisely. Choose boldly. Choose now. The journey of transforming your world begins not tomorrow, not next week, but in this very moment, with the conscious decision to think, believe, and act like the master you are destined to become. To truly comprehend the depth of these principles and to weave them into the very fabric of your existence, we must go even further. Peeling back layers of conventional thinking and exposing the profound truths that lie beneath. Many speak of mindset, but few truly grasp its raw, untamed power. Your mindset isn't merely a collection of thoughts, it is the operating system of your entire being, dictating your perceptions, shaping your reactions, and ultimately defining your capabilities. It's the filter through which you interpret every single event in your life. If your mindset is one of scarcity, you will see lack everywhere, even amidst abundance. If it's one of victimhood, you will perceive yourself as constantly at the mercy of external forces. But if your mindset is one of limitless possibility, of unwavering agency, then every challenge becomes an opportunity, every setback a lesson, and every dream an achievable reality. This isn't about putting on a brave face, it's about fundamentally rewiring your internal programming. It's about dismantling the limiting beliefs that have been unconsciously downloaded into your mind since childhood, the I can't, the it's too hard, the I'm not good enough. These are not truths, they are merely programs running in your operating system. The first step in rewiring your mindset is awareness. Become a relentless observer of your own thoughts. Listen to the inner dialogue that plays on repeat in your mind. Is it empowering or disempowering? Does it lift you up or drag you down? Once you become aware of these limiting thought patterns, you gain the power to interrupt them. You can challenge their validity. You can consciously choose to replace them with thoughts that serve your highest vision. This takes deliberate effort, consistent practice, and an unwavering commitment to mental discipline. But the rewards are immeasurable. For the individual who masters their mindset becomes truly unstoppable. They possess an internal compass that always points towards growth, possibility, and ultimate success, regardless of the external storms. Consider the power of definiteness of decision, a subset of the larger principle of clarity, yet profound enough to warrant its own exploration. It's one thing to know what you want, it's another entirely to make an unwavering, irrevocable decision to achieve it, burning all bridges to retreat. This kind of decision leaves no room for doubt, no escape clauses, no fallback plans. It commits your entire being to the chosen path, unleashing a surge of energy and conviction that was previously untapped. Think of Hernan Cortés, upon landing in the New World, famously ordering his ships to be burned. There was no going back. The only way forward was to conquer or perish. This extreme act of definiteness of decision galvanized his men and fueled their relentless pursuit of victory. While you may not be burning literal ships, you must metaphorically burn yours. Make a decision so firm, so resolute, that failure becomes an impossible outcome, not because it's easy, but because your commitment to success is absolute. When you make such a decision, the universe responds. Resources you never knew existed will appear, opportunities will arise, and paths will materialize where none seemed to be before. Indecision scatters energy, definite decision focuses it like a laser beam. It is the moment you draw a line in the sand and declare, with every fiber of your being, this is happening. This unwavering decision, fueled by an awakened mindset, then empowers you to cultivate personal initiative with the spirit of public service. It's not enough to take action, it's about how you take action, and why. True initiative, the kind that moves mountains and inspires millions, is always rooted in a desire to contribute, to improve, to serve something larger than oneself. It's the proactive identification of a need and the courageous step to fill it, not for personal gain alone, but with the understanding that genuine success is a byproduct of serving others. Think of Clara Barton, who, with immense personal initiative, defied societal norms to establish the American Red Cross, driven by a profound spirit of service during wartime. She didn't wait for a formal organization to be created, she saw a desperate need for humanitarian aid and she acted, risking her own safety and defying all conventions. When your initiative is fueled by a genuine desire to serve, your efforts acquire a magnetic quality. People are drawn to your cause, support flows to you, and opportunities to make a profound impact multiply. This blend of personal drive and altruistic intent transforms ambition into a powerful force for good, attracting not just material success, but also profound fulfillment and a lasting legacy. For those who serve with initiative, the world opens its doors. The journey of mastering your destiny also demands a deep understanding of enthusiasm as a driving force. We discussed its contagious nature, but let's delve deeper into its internal mechanics. Enthusiasm is not just an outward display. It's a powerful emotional state that supercharges your efforts, electrifies your purpose, and makes the arduous journey feel less like work and more like a thrilling adventure. It's the direct result of a burning desire and an unshakable belief that your definite major purpose is achievable. When you are genuinely enthusiastic, your mind becomes more agile, your problem-solving abilities sharpen, and your creativity flourishes. Challenges transform from insurmountable obstacles into engaging puzzles. Fatigue is replaced by boundless energy. This internal fire is what sustains you through the long nights and the countless setbacks. It's what keeps you relentlessly pursuing your vision when others have long since given up. Cultivate enthusiasm by constantly reminding yourself of your why, by visualizing your desired outcome with emotional intensity, and by celebrating small victories along the way. Surround yourself with people who ignite your passion, not dampen it. For enthusiasm is the emotional engine that propels you forward, transforming effort into joy, and dreams into reality. It is the vibratory signature of high achievement. And this enthusiasm, when combined with your definiteness of purpose, paves the way for the development of a pleasing personality. This isn't about being a people pleaser or sacrificing your authenticity. It's about consciously cultivating traits that make you an effective leader, a powerful collaborator, and an inspiring presence. A truly pleasing personality emanates from a genuine interest in others, a spirit of cooperation, empathy, integrity, and a positive mental attitude. It's about being someone others want to follow, want to work with, want to support. Think of figures like Walt Disney, whose infectious optimism and belief in his dreams attracted brilliant animators and engineers to his vision, even when critics scoffed. Or Dale Carnegie, whose principles of winning friends and influencing people were built on genuine interest, appreciation, and respect for others. A pleasing personality disarms resistance, builds rapport, and opens doors that might otherwise remain closed. It's developed by practicing active listening, offering sincere praise, being reliable and consistent, and maintaining a cheerful and optimistic demeanor. Understand that your success is inextricably linked to your ability to interact effectively and harmoniously with others. The more you cultivate a genuinely pleasing personality, the more powerfully you attract valuable relationships, crucial resources, and the widespread support necessary to achieve your monumental goals. As you cultivate a pleasing personality, you must concurrently develop the crucial trait of self-discipline, pushed to its absolute limits. We spoke of discipline earlier, but now we delve into its deeper, more ruthless application. This is about conquering your impulses, mastering your habits, and forcing yourself to do what must be done, whether you feel like it or not, because it aligns with your definite major purpose. It is the brutal honesty with oneself, the unyielding commitment to your higher self, even when your lower self screams for comfort and distraction. Think of Elon Musk, whose legendary work ethic and ability to push through unimaginable hours are rooted in an extreme form of self-discipline, driven by his audacious vision. He doesn't wait for motivation, he manufactures it through sheer force of will and an unshakable commitment to his goals. Self-discipline is the bridge between your grand aspirations and the mundane, repetitive actions required to achieve them. It's the quiet, daily victories over procrastination, over temptation, over self-doubt. It's choosing the long-term fulfillment over the short-term gratification. It's getting up early, staying up late, making the difficult calls, enduring the uncomfortable tasks, all because your definite major purpose demands it. This isn't about punishment, it's about self-mastery, about forging an unbreakable will that allows you to control your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, ensuring they are always in service of your highest aim. For the individual who truly masters self-discipline becomes the master of their own destiny, effortlessly bending reality to their will. This relentless self-discipline, combined with your burning desire, enables you to harness the power of a controlled attention. In an age of incessant distraction, where every device, every notification, every fleeting thought vies for your focus, the ability to consciously direct and sustain your attention is a superpower. Controlled attention is the laser-like focus on your definite major purpose, excluding all irrelevant information, all distracting stimuli, and all self-defeating thoughts. It's the ability to immerse yourself so completely in your task that the external world fades away, and you enter a state of flow where peak performance becomes effortless. Consider the meticulous focus of a surgeon during a complex operation, where a moment's distraction could mean the difference between life and death. Or the absorbed concentration of a master craftsman, pouring every ounce of their mental energy into perfecting a single detail. Their ability to shut out noise and direct their attention with unwavering precision is what enables their mastery. Train your mind to resist the urge to multitask. Schedule dedicated periods of uninterrupted work. Practice mindfulness and meditation to strengthen your mental muscles. The more you can control your attention, the more effectively you can learn, create, problem solve, and ultimately, manifest your desires. For controlled attention is the crucible in which genius is forged, and where ordinary effort transforms into extraordinary achievement. And with controlled attention, you unlock the full potential of your imagination's creative power. We touched upon imagination, but now we emphasize its creative aspect, its boundless capacity to conceive what does not yet exist. This is not just seeing, it is inventing, designing, innovating from the raw material of thought. Your imagination is the only true limit to your potential, for anything you can conceive, you can ultimately achieve. Every invention, every artistic masterpiece, every revolutionary idea, first existed solely within the mind's creative laboratory. Think of Nikola Tesla, who famously envisioned entire complex electrical systems in his mind, testing them mentally before ever building a prototype. Or Steve Jobs, who didn't just see a better computer, but imagined an entire ecosystem of intuitive technology that would seamlessly integrate into people's lives. These were not mere daydreams, they were acts of profound creative imagination, fueled by a definite purpose and an unshakable belief. Exercise your creative imagination daily. Dedicate time to brainstorming, to visualizing solutions to challenges, to conceiving new possibilities for your life and your work. Don't censor your ideas, allow them to flow freely. The more you engage your creative imagination, the more powerfully you tap into the infinite intelligence of the universe. And the more readily you will manifest groundbreaking solutions and innovative pathways to your definite major purpose. It is the fertile ground where reality is born from pure thought. This well-honed imagination, when coupled with a strategic approach, leads to the undeniable power of organized planning with flexibility. While strict planning is essential, the modern world demands an agile and adaptive approach. Your plan is a roadmap, not a rigid prison. It must be detailed enough to provide clear direction, but flexible enough to adapt to unforeseen circumstances, new information, and evolving opportunities. The most successful individuals are not those who rigidly adhere to a failed plan, but those who can swiftly pivot, course correct, and reinvent their approach without losing sight of their ultimate objective. Consider the military generals who prepare meticulously for battle, yet must constantly adapt their strategies in real time as the enemy moves and conditions change. Or the tech startups that develop a product based on an initial plan, but then rapidly iterate and pivot based on user feedback and market shifts. Their success lies in their ability to combine rigorous planning with dynamic adaptability. Regularly review your plans. Be open to new ideas and feedback. Don't be afraid to scrap an ineffective strategy and try something new. The world is a dynamic canvas, and your plan must be a living document, constantly refined and optimized. For the individual who plans with both precision and flexibility is the one who navigates the complexities of reality with unmatched effectiveness, effortlessly bending circumstances to their will. And as you move through this journey, your every action, your every thought, will be underpinned by the fundamental principle of enthusiasm and a positive mental attitude. These are not separate concepts but symbiotic forces. Your enthusiasm fuels your positive attitude, and your positive attitude amplifies your enthusiasm. This is the energetic signature you project into the world, and the universe, in its infinite responsiveness, mirrors it back to you. Many people mistakenly believe that positive results lead to a positive attitude. The truth is precisely the reverse. A consistently positive mental attitude, fueled by genuine enthusiasm for your purpose, precedes and attracts positive results. When you radiate optimism, confidence, and a belief in abundance, you become a magnet for opportunities, for supportive relationships, and for serendipitous events. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges, it means approaching them with the belief that a solution exists and that you have the capacity to find it. Cultivate this powerful internal state daily. Begin your mornings with gratitude and positive affirmations. End your days reflecting on successes and lessons learned. Surround yourself with positivity. Feed your mind with inspiring content. For your mental attitude is your most powerful asset, determining not just what you perceive, but what you ultimately achieve and experience. It is the vibrational key that unlocks the doors to your desired reality. This consistent positive mental attitude naturally extends into the realm of accurate thinking and sound judgment. In a world awash with noise and misinformation, the ability to think critically, to discern fact from fiction, and to make well-reasoned decisions is more crucial than ever. Sound judgment is not merely about intelligence. It's about the disciplined application of reason, the ability to objectively analyze situations, and the courage to make choices based on logic and truth, rather than emotion or popular opinion. Consider the profound judgment exercised by Warren Buffett, who has consistently made astute investment decisions by rigorously analyzing facts and resisting the emotional swings of the market. Or the scientific pioneers who, through precise observation and logical deduction, uncovered fundamental laws of the universe, often challenging prevailing beliefs. Cultivate the habit of seeking multiple perspectives, verifying information from reliable sources, and engaging in deep, reflective thought before making significant decisions. Don't allow biases or preconceived notions to cloud your judgment. Be willing to change your mind when presented with new, compelling evidence. The more you refine your ability to think accurately and exercise sound judgment, the more effectively you will navigate complexity, solve intricate problems, and ultimately achieve your definite major purpose with unparalleled precision. Your mind, trained for accurate thinking, becomes your ultimate strategic advantage. And as you navigate this journey, remember the indispensable power of habit formation. Your life is not a series of grand, isolated events, it is the cumulative result of your daily habits. Your habits, both conscious and unconscious, are the silent architects of your destiny. They dictate your productivity, your health, your relationships, and ultimately, your financial well-being. To bend the world to your will, you must consciously and deliberately cultivate habits that align with your definite major purpose, and ruthlessly eliminate those that sabotage your progress. Think of the disciplined routines of successful athletes, artists, and entrepreneurs, the early mornings, the consistent practice, the focused work, the meticulous planning. These are not random acts, they are deeply ingrained habits that, compounded over time, lead to extraordinary results. Don't underestimate the power of small, consistent actions. A single push-up might seem insignificant, but a daily habit of 100 push-ups will transform your body. A few minutes of focused work on your dream project might seem negligible, but a daily habit of consistent effort will build an empire. Identify the key habits that will accelerate your progress towards your definite major purpose. Then, commit to them relentlessly. Start small, build momentum, and celebrate your consistency. For your habits are not just what you do, they are who you become, and they are the invisible forces that shape your entire reality. This brings us to the profound concept of the mastermind group's expanded application. We discussed forming alliances, but let's consider the nature of these alliances and how they can be leveraged even further. Your mastermind group is not just a source of shared knowledge, it is a spiritual and intellectual battery, generating a synergistic energy that far surpasses the sum of its individual parts. It's a collective intelligence, a shared commitment, and a mutual support system that accelerates progress, provides diverse perspectives, and helps overcome challenges that would be insurmountable alone. Think of the Vanderbilt group that propelled the early American Industrial Revolution, or the Inklings literary group that included C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien, inspiring each other to create enduring works. These groups were powerful not just because of the talent within them, but because of the collective intention, the open exchange of ideas, and the unwavering mutual support. Seek out individuals who not only align with your purpose but who also challenge your thinking, hold you accountable, and inspire you to reach for higher levels of achievement. Build relationships based on trust, respect, and a genuine desire for collective success. Regularly convene, share your challenges, brainstorm solutions, and celebrate each other's victories. The power of minds aligned in harmony, working towards a common, definite purpose, is one of the most potent forces in the universe, capable of attracting wealth, influence, and impact beyond individual capacity. And as you build these powerful alliances, remember the critical role of tolerance and understanding. In a world increasingly polarized and divided, the ability to approach differences with an open mind, to seek understanding rather than judgment, and to embrace diversity of thought is not just a virtue, it's a strategic necessity for effective collaboration and leadership. Intolerance builds walls, understanding opens doors. Think of Nelson Mandela, who, after decades of imprisonment, emerged with an extraordinary capacity for forgiveness and reconciliation, building bridges where others sought to perpetuate division. His power came not from rigid dogma, but from a profound understanding of human nature and a commitment to unity. To lead effectively, to build strong mastermind groups, and to navigate the complexities of a diverse world, you must cultivate tolerance. Listen actively to opposing viewpoints, seek to understand the motivations behind different perspectives, and recognize that truth often has many facets. The more you broaden your understanding and embrace tolerance, the more effectively you can connect with others, resolve conflicts, and build the kind of cohesive, powerful teams necessary for monumental achievement. For true leadership thrives on understanding, not on division. This deep understanding, coupled with your definite purpose, empowers you to embrace the concept of creative visioning. It's more than just seeing your desired outcome, it's the continuous, active process of creating new pathways, innovating solutions, and conceiving possibilities that were previously unimagined. It's about bringing your imagination to life, constantly refining the blueprint of your future with new insights and bolder strokes. Think of Steve Jobs' relentless pursuit of insanely great products, constantly pushing his teams to envision what hadn't been done, to create categories that didn't exist. This wasn't a one-time act of genius, it was a continuous process of creative visioning, a relentless pursuit of excellence and innovation. Dedicate regular time to consciously engage your creative vision. Brainstorm new approaches to old problems. Challenge existing paradigms. Allow your mind to wander into realms of pure possibility, unconstrained by current limitations. Journal your ideas. Discuss them with your mastermind group. The more you exercise this muscle of creative visioning, the more fluid and abundant your flow of innovative ideas will become, and the more rapidly you will manifest extraordinary results. For the individual who constantly reimagines their future is the one who perpetually creates it. And as you develop your creative vision, you will find that a profound sense of faith in a higher power, whatever that may mean to you, can amplify all other principles. This isn't about blind religious adherence, but about an unshakable conviction that there is an infinite intelligence, a benevolent force, a universal energy that supports and conspires in your favor when you align yourself with its laws. It's the ultimate trust that you are part of a larger, intelligent design, and that your sincere efforts towards a worthy purpose will be met with divine assistance. Think of the countless individuals, regardless of their specific faith, who have drawn immense strength, guidance, and resilience from their connection to something greater than themselves. This belief provides an unshakable foundation, a deep inner peace that sustains them through even the darkest trials. It transforms fear into courage, doubt into certainty, and struggle into surrender to a larger flow. Cultivate this connection in a way that resonates with your own spirit. Spend time in contemplation, in nature, in practices that uplift your soul. Trust that when you consistently do your part, with definite purpose and unwavering belief, the universe will do its part, orchestrating synchronicities and opening pathways that seem miraculous. For the individual who aligns with a higher power, all things truly become possible, and the world bends not just to their will, but to the will of the infinite intelligence moving through them. The grand synthesis of all these principles culminates in a continuous, unstoppable flow of inspired action. This is not action born of struggle or forced effort, but action that flows naturally, effortlessly, and powerfully from a mind saturated with definite purpose, unwavering belief, and a clear vision. It is the spontaneous impulse to move forward, to create, to connect, fueled by an inner knowing that you are on the right path. Think of the great artists who describe their work as flowing through them, or the athletes who enter a state of flow where every move is perfect and effortless. This is inspired action, where the conscious and subconscious minds are perfectly aligned, and the individual becomes a conduit for universal intelligence. To cultivate inspired action, you must first do the diligent work of defining your purpose, building your beliefs, and visualizing your vision. Then, Quiet your mind, trust your intuition, and listen for the inner promptings. Take the first step, however small, that feels right and aligned. Momentum builds with action, and the more you act from this place of inspiration, the more the universe responds, providing clarity, opportunities, and resources that seem to appear as if by magic. For inspired action is the ultimate manifestation of a mind aligned with destiny, effortlessly bending the world to its magnificent will. This is the truth. This is the path. This is your power. And it's waiting for you to unleash it. The time is now.